everybody, this is Dipti Harshadvartak and welcome to my baking channel. Today I am going to show you how to make a strawberry compote. Okay, since strawberries are in season, I would love to make strawberry compote and show you how you can make it easily at home with easily available ingredients. We don't need many ingredients for making this. Like the ingredients are actually available in your own kitchen, right? So we need fresh strawberries, we need freshly squeezed lemon juice, and we need little bit of sugar. Okay, so let's get started with the recipe. For making strawberry compote, you will be needing a fresh strawberries. Okay, if your strawberries have gone bad or they are not fresh, if you have stored them in your kitchen for about 2-3 days, please do not use them. Try to get fresh strawberries and try to make a fresh compote out of your strawberry. Why? Because that will naturally extend the shelf life of your product. Okay, also use granulated sugar. We don't need any caster sugar or anything over here, and we will be needing little bit of freshly squeezed lemon juice, right? Using fresh strawberries is extremely important. If you want to have a good compote, if you want to have a great shelf life for your product, please use fresh strawberries. I'll be using granulated sugar. So the recipe is very simple. Just cut your strawberries into medium sized pieces. Add little bit of granulated sugar in this. So my strawberries are around 400 grams or so. So I will be taking around 300 grams of strawberries and 100 grams of granulated sugar. The sugar which you use regularly in your kitchen. Okay. So just mix the two and try to cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes. You don't have to add water in this. Okay. No water is required. Strawberries are loaded with a lot of moisture. So once you start cooking it, strawberries will start naturally releasing the water. Okay. So we will cook that mixture for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then we will put little bit of freshly squeezed lemon juice in our mixture. Right. We will let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes and then our compote will be ready. Right. You can definitely use it for a lot of different purposes, but this particular thing, the recipe that we are making using only these 3 ingredients will be little bit on the thinner side. Okay, it will be thin. So what I will be doing is I will be adding a corn flour paste in this so as to make a thick compo out of it. So let me show you the recipe. So for making this strawberry compote, I have taken about 300 grams of strawberries cut finely into pieces, about 100 grams of granulated sugar and freshly squeezed lemon juice. Okay, so let's get started. What I'm going to do is, in a saucepan, I'm going to put all my strawberry. And in that, I'm going to put sugar as well. Okay. You don't have to add any water in this because the strawberry has a lot of water content, and once we start heating this up, it will start releasing all the moisture from the fruit itself. Now put this on a pan on a slow heat. We are going to just mix this fruit and heat it for some time. Keep on stirring this mixture occasionally. We don't want to burn our fruit. Okay, now can you see how the water is started to coming out from our strawberries? You can just put the strawberries into a mixie and slightly make a paste, and few of the cut strawberries also you can put it inside this. Can you see how much water it is? Too much of water, right? I'm also putting freshly squeezed lemon juice in this. This will literally bring out that strawberry flavor from the fruit. So don't forget to add that. It is very important. Just a few drops, or about so for this recipe I have taken about 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Keep on stirring this mixture. We want to cook our fruit. Now at this stage, if you see, the fruit has become very soft. Okay, and the mixture is boiling as well. This is not the consistency that we want for our compote, so we are going to cook this for about next 10 minutes. But if you can see, the strawberries have become very soft, and you can actually start mashing it. Okay, you can even try to mash it. Okay, I'm not going to mash it completely because I want to have those chunks of strawberries in this. So just a bit of mashing, not more than that. See, this is the main reason I don't want to put my strawberries in the mixie. How much ever I want it to be pulpy, how much ever I want it to be chunky, I can just mash them like this and make my compote. Okay, just have a look at this color. It is so good. I have not even put any essence, any color in this, and the fruit is giving out its natural flavor. It is so good and yummy. And at this point of time I am going to test it a bit as well. Right, see this, that is the thickness of it. It looks good. It is tasting really well. Always try to taste your fruit as well. My strawberries were quite sweet, so 100:300 grams of sugar to strawberry ratio is working really well for me. If your strawberries are sour, then remember you have to add little bit more sugar to get that perfect balance of taste. Okay, now you have to cook this thing for another 10 minutes and our compote will be ready. But for next 10 minutes as well, you have to keep stirring in between. Okay, you cannot leave the fruit as is, right? There are chances of burning it. That's my compote. It is ready. Okay, so I'm just going to take it off from the heat and I'm going to pour it in the container. Okay, that's how it looks. I'll show you another way of making compote. Right, if you see, the consistency of this compote is still very watery, right? You can keep on cooking it, but this is really good. I want the consistency to be exactly like this, so I'm going to stop at this point of time. So what you can do is you can keep this aside for you have to cool it down, okay, before you use it on your whipped cream cakes, in your sponges, or in your cupcakes, or in your pancakes, or in your cake batters as well. You have to cool this and then you have to use it. So I'm just going to keep it aside. So in this remaining compote, okay, the moment you can see it is started to become thick. When it cools down, it is definitely going to be more and more thicker. Okay, but what you can do is, if you want it to be more thick, you can take little bit of corn flour, and some corn flour you cannot directly add it to the recipe. What you can do is you can put some water in this. You can get a slurry like that, okay, and you can put it in this, and this is what we are supposed to cook now. Due to corn flour mixture, you can see your compote will start becoming thicker and thicker. Okay, so this is the strawberry filling that you can use in between your cake layers. How to know whether your compote is ready or not is by looking at the color of your compote. Okay, so when it starts becoming darker and darker, you have to stop. Now it is becoming thicker. Can you see the consistency of this one? Now it is no more watery, it is becoming very, very thick, and you can see the color is also changed. So cook it for about next 5 minutes and then you can switch off the gas and your compote will be ready. Now let me show you how that looks. Now can you see the consistency? After it cools down, it will be more and more thick. Okay, so I'm going to stop at this point of time, and that is the perfect consistency that I have got. Okay, let this cool down in the vessel itself, and then I will transfer it to a glass jar. Let us transfer them to a jar. This is the first one that we had made, okay, without using any corn flour in it. and that's the other one. Even when they are slightly warm, you can see the consistency of this one, okay, without adding corn flour in it, and you can see the consistency of this one, okay. The color of both is also completely different. The corn flour one is quite thick and it actually looks like a store-bought one, but yeah, both you can try. They are quite easy to make, so do give them a try. Once it cools to room temperature, I will again show you the texture of these. Now our compote is completely cooled down, okay, so let me show you the consistency of both. Right. Always store them in a nice glass jar and in an airtight container, okay. So this is the consistency of the one which where the corn flour is not available, and you can see the consistency of this, right? Can you see the consistency now? So you can use any, and the color and the look and feel of both the compote is completely different, okay. Since this one is very thick, the corn flour one, you can definitely use it as a filling for your cake sponges. Even this you can use, but sometimes the extra moisture might ooze out and it will make your sponges quite soggy. So it is always a good idea, whenever you want to use this compote in your sponges, you have to use this one, okay. You have to use the corn flour one. So this is your compo which is ready. You can use it on your cakes, cupcakes, ice cream, sandwiches, on your scones, for making cocktails, for making mocktails. You can definitely use this. This has a great consistency and it stays good for up to 15 to 20 days in the refrigerator, right? So please do give it a try and let me know how it goes. If you have liked this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that whenever a new video comes in, you get notified about it. Thank you so much for watching.